Coming up tonight on YCN News, the U.S. Supreme Court issues a ruling saying an upstate New York town is not violating citizens' First Amendment rights. Plans are underway to continue winter sports at Whaleback Mountain next year. And New London, New Hampshire holds a free bike swap and community tune-up event. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Monday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. The U.S. Supreme Court issued a 5-4 ruling today that says an upstate New York town is not violating citizens' First Amendment rights by allowing a public town board to open meetings with an invocation or mention of a prayer. The town involved is in Greece, New York, a small town outside of Rochester in upstate New York. 2 women sued the town, protesting town officials' use of a Christian-oriented prayer as a violation of the separation of church and state, NPR reports. In a close 5-4 decision, as has been the High Court's rulings as of late, the court determined invoking the saying of a prayer neither forces non-religious supporters to conform or violates the First Amendment. Indeed, the High Court opens its sessions with God Save the United States and this honorable court. Turning back to local news, the snow is gone at ground level in Enfield, New Hampshire, yet plans are underway to continue winter sports at Whaleback Mountain next year. Chairman of the Upper Valley Snow Sports Foundation, John Schiffman, told the Valley News that the foundation had a good year weather-wise and morale-wise. This past winter marked the rebirth of the Whaleback ski area after financial problems brought it to the brink. New management and new plans, along with steady snow this winter, helped Whaleback turn a corner. About 6,500 skiers and outdoor lovers headed to the Whaleback Mountain for winter sporting fun. More needs to be done to upgrade Whaleback's facilities, says Schiffman, yet the operating budget gap was not as drastic as in earlier years. The foundation aims to open for the 2014-15 season by mid-December at the latest. Vermont State Police seek the public's help in learning more about vandalism at the University of Vermont Morgan Horse Farm. It was Friday at 7 p.m. when police received a call that a fence along the property in Weybridge had been hit by a vehicle that left the roadway and the scene. Multiple fence posts were damaged. The vehicle involved is believed to be a Ford pickup truck, possibly an F-250. The truck will have front end and passenger side damage, police say. Anyone with information is asked to call the Vermont State Police at 802-388-4919 or online at www.vtips.info. A free bike swap and community tune-up event was held yesterday on the town green in New London, New Hampshire. The event was sponsored by Kearsarge Valley Transition, the New London Police Department, Colby-Sawyer College, and local businesses. Jen White of Colby-Sawyer College was one of the organizers of the event, and YCN's Laura James caught up with her.
Jen White is with the Kearsarge Valley Initiative. Jen, thank you so much for this great event today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
So this is part of a class that we did last year. It's called the Community-Based Research Project, and it's third-year students from Colby-Sawyer College. And last year they started something in partnership with the community members called the Kearsarge Valley Transition Initiative, which started actually over in the UK. It's a response to climate change, peak oil, and economic instability to develop resilience in our communities. And it's about community building, about responding locally to some of the global issues that we're all facing, and really it has a really positive, proactive response response to some of these issues.
So it's really an international initiative.
Yes, it is. And last year, at the very end of last year, the Kearsarge Valley Transition Initiative was actually recognized as the 139th transition initiative in the United States.
Well, I mean, everybody rides a bike and everyone's concerned about the world and really their global outlook as well. So this is a really nice connection.
Yeah, it's great. And they had 3 actually working groups, they call them. When they find people that have similar interest, then you look for other people in the community that share that interest and see if there's actions that you can take. So they did 3 different things. One was called the Gray's Conversation Cafe. It was a speaker series that took place down at the Gray's Sustainable Table, a restaurant here in New London. And they had speaker series where they brought in different community members with different expertise to talk to community on an evening where we actually closed. So we ate a lot of great local food.
Wonderful.
And then learned a little bit with each other. And then they had one called the Kearsarge Time Bank, and that's a Skillshare program. So you could donate an hour of your time to me for something that you really love to do, and then you have an hour that you actually get, like a credit that you get to take out of the time bank if somebody's going to paint your house or do some landscaping for you. So that was another initiative they started.
My involvement so far in the time bank is I'm part of a student group from the Colby-Sawyer College, and we've kind of been developing the time bank, looking into applications for grants and what kind of the behind the scenes aspect of what the work needs to be done before the time bank really is introduced to the public, and it's been an interesting process. So
I feel great about it. Sophie's a very qualified candidate. She's a selectman of Andover, and we really started with these few people here besides Sophie's really started the time bank off, and we're really glad and proud to be handing it over to the community, because that was the goal from the beginning. It was that it was going to be a community-based project, and we succeeded in that goal.
Reporting from the Town Green in New London, I'm Laura James. Back to the studio.
The Kearsarge Valley Transition Initiative serves families across the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and sponsors events like the bike swap to increase awareness.
At New London Hospital and Newport Health Center, we are focused on helping you get well and live well. We serve the greater Kearsarge Sunapee Upper Valley region community with quality health care in a patient and family-centered environment. New London Hospital is in your neighborhood, providing primary and specialized services in its state-of-the-art facility. To learn about our services and our compassionate doctors, visit newlondonhospital.org. New London Hospital, your prescription for living well.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. With the real estate season heating up, we managed to speak with Jesse Heller from the Berkeley and Veller Greenwood Country Real Estate in Brattleboro, Vermont.
This is Jessie Heller, and I'm with Berkeley and Veller Greenwood Country Realtors in Brattleboro. I haven't seen anybody, or hardly anybody, having trouble getting financing. I think we encourage people to go to the bank if they aren't sure what they're qualified for, to find out, so that they don't waste their time or the seller's time looking at stuff that they can't afford. The number of people making offers seems similar to last year. Last year seemed a little busier than the previous 2 or 3 years. People can get a loan with nothing down with some programs. Most people put at least 10%, I think, but a lot of people try to put 20% to avoid the private mortgage insurance.
We hope your work week is off to a good start. The workday is almost over for some people. Today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. There's a historical note to this day, and it is not about Mexican Independence Day. Revolution Cantina in Claremont explains. And part of this segment is especially for those aged 21 and older. Let's learn more.
Cinco de Mayo is the 5th of May, for one, and a lot of people don't know that. But it's also a celebration of a battle that Mexico had with France in 1868. Actually, the United States did send troops a year later because they didn't win. They won the battle, but France invaded again, and the United States sent troops, and hence there was a collaboration and celebration.
Hi, my name's Danielle, and for Cinco de Mayo today, we are going to make a margarita de Mayo. the Margarita de Mayo for Cinco de Mayo. Cheers.
People from all parts of Vermont marked the first weekend in May in a community-minded fashion. East, west, north, and south, many residents and businesses took part in the 44th annual Green Up Day, including in Brattleboro, where we now head.
We're here today at Brattleboro Subaru for Green Up Day. It's significant because it's nice and easy for us just to get together with our community that we support and supports us, and we just get together and clean up the neighborhood. It's fantastic. People come in, we give them the stuff that they need to go out. We have gloves, we have food, we have a little sign-up sheet so we know who's involved. We give them the bags and then we go clean it up for them. Well, we have a pickup truck driving around and really just going up, and everybody just picks up the trash, put it in a green bag, put it on the side of the road. We go around and pick it up, and there's also a ton of community members doing the same thing and bringing them into us. We have a big dumpster out front, and hopefully we can overfill it with stuff from the side of the road, and yeah, it's a great thing. I really want to fill it up with a bunch of green bags so we know our streets are clean, and like I said before, it's a beautiful community, and with all that trash getting in that place there, it's going to be a lot more clean and nice looking. Our customers are very about the environment and about cleaning up and buying a clean, efficient car, and it just goes right along with everything that we're trying to do here. All the Subaru cars now are primarily partial zero emissions vehicle, which is real important for Subaru. Every single year they actually get a little better with fuel economy, which is kind of hard to believe, but they really focus on what they put into the environment and the safety of their customers, and that's great.
We have a dumpster out front. We also go around and help pick up the trash. We provide green up bags, coffee and donuts in the morning, and our cookout. So this year we did actually have people come and sign up so we know where they will be picking up trash. That way we don't have multiple people in the same location. We also know then later on in the afternoon where to go and pick up the bags. We don't want people throwing dirty trash in the back of their new beautiful Subarus. So we go around with our Ford truck that you see over here behind us, and we pick up the trash for them. So the dumpster we do have every year, we have it sitting on our front lawn for a few days before and after Green Up Day. People can just swing on in and throw whatever Green Up bags they have into there.
Well, you can find us online at brattleborosubaru.com. We're here at 1234 Putney Road, Brattleboro, Vermont. You can always call us too at 1-800-300-1910.
Thank you to YCN's Dan Carbonera for this special report.
You're watching YCN, your local view, on WNMN DT40, serving Saranac Lake, New York and the Adirondack region. WYCX CD2, serving Manchester, Vermont in the Green Mountain State. WYCU LD26, serving Charlestown, New Hampshire in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region of the Granite State. And on demand at YCNnow.com. YCN is your local view, owned and operated by Cross Hill Communications, LLC.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next 5 days and then move on to high school sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tomorrow will be partly sunny during the day with a high of 61 degrees. Tuesday night, lows will be in the 30s with winds around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday will be sunny with highs in the mid-60s and a low of 39 degrees. Winds will range between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Thursday will be partly sunny with temperatures peaking at 67 degrees. Thursday night lows will be in the 40s and skies will be cloudy with a 30% chance of showers. Here's a glimpse of the weather from our northeastern and national radar maps. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. Tomorrow in Claremont, New Hampshire, the Simply Comfort restaurant on Pleasant Street will hold a benefit day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., donating 15% of all sales to the 8th grade class at Claremont Middle School for the end of their year trip to Boston. In Newbury, New Hampshire, the Fells is hosting a presentation on the styles and species of bonsai at 1 p.m. Tuesday. In Vermont, the Brattleboro Select Board will meet at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. It's time to take a look at YCN's Game of the Week. Last Thursday evening, Bellows Falls High School took on Springfield High School for a baseball game. Both teams battled for the win, but only one came out on top. Bellows Falls won the game against Springfield 7-3. This will be our YCN Game of the Week, premiering this Wednesday on Comcast Channel 20 at 7:30 p.m. Bellows Falls is scheduled to play next at Mill River at 4:30 p.m. Tuesday. In college sports, the Dartmouth College softball team won a great award. The Big Green softball team won the Ivy League title series, a first for the softball program. The victory was achieved during their game against Penn State. The Big Green is headed to the NCAA tournament beginning May 16th. They will participate first in the NCAA tournament selection show on May 11th. Another milestone event happened for the men's NEC lacrosse team. They defeated Castleton State to become the North Atlantic Conference champions. This is their first win since 2012, and they were in the finals last year but lost. The top scorer during last weekend's game was Skylar Saunders with 5 goals. The final score of the game was 13-11. Congratulations to the NEC Pilgrims for their championship title.